Hi friends, it's Sarah here with another fun tutorial to share with you. Today I'm going to be sharing with you about the Moda Quilting Cuddle prints and a fun way to use half square triangles to make a fun little quilt. Grab the pattern, it's a free downloadable below, print it out, and join me in all the fun. We'll come right back here to get started. To sew with the cuddle, I have found that the best way to do that is using a paper backing of some kind. Whether you're going to foundation paper piece or just make whatever shape that you're going to make. Squares and rectangles are easy, but I wanted something that was more of a challenge using half square triangles. So what did I grab? I grabbed my handy dandy Triangles on a Roll by It's Sew Emma. These come in a huge variety of different sizes, and for our purposes today, we are using the 6-inch finished size. And literally, if you've never seen these before, it is triangles on a roll, literally. And you cut it to whatever size that you need or how many of these that you make. Now, each one of these squares will make 2 half square triangles or half triangle squares. Now, different sizes may make different iterations of how many you make, but in our tutorial, we're going to make 2 at a time, or as you'll see here soon, I'm going to make 4 at a time. Let's just jump in and get started with how we're going to get these half square triangles made for this quilt. I found that in working with this, I tried to make 6 at a time. That was a little too much and too much to handle at the machine when using the cuddle. Now, if you were using regular cotton, you could probably get by with that. But I found that I was getting a little bit of slippage and movement within the papers and the cuddle when I went more than 4 at a time. So I just took my paper and I took handy dandy ruler and I took my rotary cutter, and it's okay to cut paper with your rotary cutter. And you just cut it right directly on that line. So I went through and I cut however many of these I needed for this pattern. With this pattern, we did use fat quarters. You can use scraps, you can use fat quarters, you can use whatever you would like to for this pattern. So the first thing you're going to do is cut the size of paper that you need. For this size of the Triangles on a Roll, you cut a 7.5-inch strip. Well, actually, you cut 2 7.5-inch strips. Okay, so I've got it already cut, and you'll notice I've got extra above and below, and by cutting it at the 7.5, you actually have extra here along the sides. It gives you some wiggle room, and it makes your sewing a whole lot easier for that. So you'll notice I pinned it. I am using big flower head pins. Because of the thickness of the cuddle, you need something that's a little bit longer and a little bit sturdier to hold it in place. But I just pinned it in 4 different places, once in each one of the triangles to hold my paper in place. Now, I will caution you, as you are pinning this together, the cuddle, because it is a polyester fabric, wants to slip around just a little bit, okay? Never fear, you can get it to pin and stay in place. Now the nap on the cuddle, I found if you put the nap going opposite each other, it kind of locks into each other and doesn't slip around quite as much, okay? But your first step is cut whatever length that you need of your strips. I've already got this pre-pinned, but I'm going to take this off and show you how I actually line this up. So with your 2 strips, you're going to have a background strip, which is my dark green, and you're going to have a print strip, which on this one, it's the little fern leaves and things. So you're just going to make sure that everything is lined up perfectly. Again, caution, it will slide as you pin it. So you just want to be on a nice hard surface, pin it, and then just make sure that it's all layered out like there. Also, I would layer it with the light color on top that's right against the paper. And your darker, in my instance, the darker is the background, so the background is on the bottom of this strip. I'm going to go sew this now that I have it pinned, and I'll be right back here with my finished sewing product. Okay, I am back with all of this one section that is sewn together. Now, if you notice on the papers, there are several different markings on this paper, and I'm going to talk about those different markings on here. I'm going to bring back one that isn't sewn because you can see it a little bit better. You have got dotted lines, you've got solid lines, and then you've got arrows, okay? Super simple. The dotted lines are for sewing. The solid lines are for cutting, and the arrows are going to show you which way you're going to be doing your stitching. So I stitched down, I did a pivot at that corner, I stitched down to this corner, I actually cut my threads, and then I started again and went back this way and went back that way. So you only have to cut your thread once to sew this 2 section of the half square triangles. You notice it looks a little puffy, but I promise you it's all going to work out here. Also, I want to point out that it doesn't matter if you start which direction with the arrows that you sew with, or if you start, because you'll notice that some are smaller, some are larger. Either direction you can start with. There's not a right or a wrong way to do that. Okay, so I'm going to remove my pins. Now it's time to trim. And where are we trimming? We're trimming on the solid lines. Okay, and to save yourself some trimming, you kind of almost want to start here in the middle and trim it and make it into 2. We're not going to do that. We are going to trim along this long outside edge because it's one long cut along here, as opposed to if you cut it in 2, then you have to cut it twice. So I'm going to line my ruler up along that line, and I am going to stitch. Now my ruler is not quite long enough, so I'm going to slide it up, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to trim up. Now, if you have a rotating mat and you've got one that's large enough for this size piece, now's a good time to pull out your rotating mat. I don't have one that is that big, so we're just going to trim this here and trim it. Okay, so then I'm going to trim off my ends. I turn it horizontal, trim. Now, you may start seeing some what we like to call cuddle dust. Don't worry, we're going to clean that up. We're going to do that. I'm going to flip this last one so I can trim that off. I like to have this little extra at the top and the bottom. It just gives you that reassurance that you're going to be able to get the perfect half square triangle, because using these papers, that's what happens. You get the perfect half square triangle when you're doing that. So now I'm going to cut them in half on the diagonal on that solid line. I like to use these papers with the cuddle because it lets you get the perfect point. If this paper was not on here, you would have to try to press this and then have to square it up after that point, or rely that nothing had shifted or nothing had moved when you did your regular sewing for that, like the traditional half square triangle method. I like this because it gives you a strong surface. You can see there's not much give on the cuddle while this paper is attached. Now, there is some stretch on the outside edges. There will be one way will be more stretchy than the other. The warp and the weft of it also has a warp and a weft, just like regular fabric. So there is a little bit of stretch there, but this paper being on the back helps with that stretch and helps you keep a more perfect product. I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing up some of my half square triangles. I'm going to meet you back here, and we're going to talk about the trimming. So I did actually take these to the iron and I pressed them. And as you noticed, I went ahead and left the paper on. Some people will tear the paper off before you press it, and it really is okay. Now, we have done a previous video. You'll see me on that video also regarding the quilting cuddle. And I talk about the pressing there. You can press directly onto the cuddle. You don't have to use a special pressing foot or a pressing sheet or anything. I pressed with steam with the cuddle, and it did not damage the cuddle whatsoever. Now, you'll notice as I was cutting and finishing all of those up, I did get some cuddle dust. Now, just always have, if you're sewing with cuddle, have a handy dandy lint roller here. So now we're going to tear off paper. Super easy. And I did forget to tell you, when you were stitching, you're going to shorten your stitch length like you do with any kind of foundation paper piecing. I used a 1.5 on my machine. I sew on a Juki. So I had shortened that stitch length down to 1.5. So it makes tearing this paper off. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's a whole lot more work to have to tear off the paper. This product gives you the perfect half square triangle or half triangle square whenever you tear this paper off. A quick, easy way to tear off is you can put your thumbnail in the center. Now, these are a little bit bigger, so it may not work quite as fast or as quick and easy. I like to put my thumb right along the stitching there, and I get it started in the center. I kind of pull it, and then I just rip it, and it tears right off. And then your little seam allowance piece of paper will tear off. It got stuck a little bit there, but now the paper is off. You'll see you're probably going to create a little bit more cuddle dust, but I'm going to show you that one more time. Now you can also do it this way where you start at the end. So you can hold it at the end with your thumbnail and then just take and tear it down like that. You can get it torn off like that. On these bigger ones, that might be a better way to do it. On the smaller ones, it'll pop off really quick and easy. So go ahead and make all 36 of your half square triangles, and then meet me back here, and we're going to talk about the construction of how to put it all together. So I've gotten all the paper torn off of my half square triangles. One thing else we need to do, one last little trim, are the dog ears off of there. So I just take my little snipper scissors and I trim off my little dog ears on each one of them. Great project to do while you're watching TV. So I've got my 2 half square triangles, and I'm just gonna put them together like a flying geese unit, okay? Even on something this small, I still wonder clip, and you're going to laugh because I am going to use 3 wonder clips on just this little 6.5 inch piece right here. I'm going to clip it here, and I'm going to clip it here, and then I'm going to clip it at the very tip. Now, one of my other tips is when you're matching up 2 different half square triangles at a point, and you want that point to be very precise, I take just at that corner and I flip one of the seam allowances going the opposite way so that that seam will nest. And I clip it there together before I take it to my machine. I'm going to take it to my machine, and then I'm going to sew this with a 1/4 inch seam. Now, as I was doing the sewing on the construction of this quilt, I did lengthen my stitch length on this so that it's not pulling it through and giving you more puckers. The paper helped with before when you were constructing these half square triangles. That surface was there to help with the puckering. Now you have nothing there. Now you could have left your papers on, but that would have been a nightmare to tear all the papers off after you had constructed the project. So I chose to tear off all the papers here at the beginning and then putting these all together like this. So I've got it sewn together here with just that right there. And you're going to say, well, what happened to that seam that was in the back? Well, guess what? We're going to take and we're just going to do a quick little snip back there so that seam will now go and lay back down on the direction that it was originally pressed at. I'm going to go take the quilt down off of the wall, and I'm going to talk to you about the construction of how I did in sections to put this quilt together. All right, friends, I got that taken down off the wall, and I'm going to share with you how I pieced this together. Now, the pattern shows that you sew it together in rows and that you press the seams in opposing directions, nest, and put it all together like that. I found that working with a row of 8 cuddle squares, it was a lot to have to clip and to put together. So I sewed it together in sections. So my first section, I made a 9 patch here. I kind of broke it apart and made it into 3 different rows. So I made like a 9 patch out of this whole big quilt itself. So my first section is a corner of the quilt. So it was these 9 pieces. I put them together. I put my seams in opposing directions, and then it was ready to go. Then I made my next section. It is 3 rows high, but it's only 2 columns wide. So then I had this section, and then I had the last corner section here that I made into a 9 patch, okay? I did that same thing. I did a middle section then where I had the 3, it was a 2x3 here. It was the 4x4 in the center and another 2x3 over here. And then the bottom was exactly the same as the top where I had a 9 patch, a 6 patch, and a 9 patch there. Then it was easier for me to clip together these just 3 instead of 8 all the way across with a row. So I sewed each row together, the length of it, and then I sewed the 3 rows together and I came up with the quilt. Now, as you've been watching, you probably noticed that the nap is kind of changing on this cuddle. That is something fun about the cuddle, which makes this quilt just extra cozy for whoever you make it for. I did not worry about which direction my nap was going on this quilt. I think it adds just to the fun, because I can tell you that some of them go this way, some go this way. You can pay attention to that if you would like. Now, using the half square triangles might be a little bit more difficult to do that with, but I think the product turned out fantastic by being able to have accurate half square triangles. I did use quilting cotton on the back to quilt it with, and I did use a batting in between. It was a bamboo batting in between, and it is, I'm going to tell you, it is just the most cuddly thing that you could ever want to snuggle with. What a fantastic gift to make as a baby gift for somebody, using this fun tutorial on how to make half square triangles. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on making this fun cuddle quilt. This is a great first step into making a different shape rather than just squares or rectangles with it by using the half square triangle paper. Below, we have linked the original tutorial on working with Quilting Cuddle. It's got lots of tips and tricks in that tutorial that I did not go over in this one, so be sure to click that link below if you want more information. I believe that you're going to love working with this product. That's all I've got for now, so I hope to see you back here soon. Happy sewing!